All right, last one up for us today, quarterback DJ Uiagalelei. Y'all go ahead with questions.
DJ, it's Boston College coming up, and you know, going back 2 years is the team you took your first start against. So can you take us back to 2 years ago? Where were you when you were told, hey, you're going to be getting the start?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a crazy day when I found that out. I was watching film in the quarterback room at the time, probably like noonish, like before practice. What was that, Thursday? I found out Thursday. Was it Thursday, Rose?
Which one?
When Trevor got COVID.
That was a Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. So yeah, Thursday. I was just watching film and Coach Sweeney came in and talked to me, told me that Trevor was out with COVID, and I had no clue until I found that out. And then he told me I was going to start. So it was crazy. It was definitely a surreal moment. I had no clue, but it was cool. Cool start for my first start.
What did it mean for you as a young guy, getting that first start and it to go so well?
It meant a lot. It meant a lot. I mean, going into the game, I feel like I prepared well to be able to know, like even before I knew it was going to be a start, I feel like I prepared. Like every day I was going to be the starter, whenever my chance happened, I was going to be able to take full advantage of it. And to go out there in the game and play well and be able to win my first game, it felt good. It just felt satisfying to know that all the hard work I put in, even knowing if I didn't know if I was going to play or not for that game, I knew that that ended up going good. So it was good.
Can you describe how much you've grown from that day to now?
Grown a lot, man. I think a lot. Definitely physically, mentally. I think I'm definitely a different person from what I was 2 years ago. I feel like I've just grown a lot in every aspect of life, football, and just everything. I feel like I've grown everywhere.
DJ, any danger that this team does not stay as focused as it's been after two of the biggest games of the season?
Shoot, I don't think so. I think just the mindset that we have in this team is that each and every week is the biggest game. It doesn't matter who we play. The main thing for us is to be able to get better. Each and every week to get better. We have a lot of stuff to grow from last week. We did a lot of good things, and we want to be able to come out each and every week and just continue to get better. And I feel like that's our main goal on offense and defense, special teams, that it doesn't really matter who we play. We always want to play our best game, whoever the opponent is, and that's how we just treat every week like that.
It must have been really good to see the defense dominating the way it did and the way it has in the past in order, and that must say to you, wow, we can really go places as a team.
Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised at all the way the defense played. I mean, I see it every day in practice, seeing it through the summer, through the fall, through the first couple games. Even against Wake, they made plays when it mattered, and this against NC State, they did an unbelievable job by keeping them out the end zone, by making stops and making plays, sacks, tips, interceptions, turnovers, and did an unbelievable job.
Are you a fan of playing in night games? So you guys have, I guess, two more coming up after this with Florida State being 7:30 now.
Yeah, no, I just found that out. I mean, for me, it don't matter. I like night. I like 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I mean, every single game is it's an opportunity to get able to go out there and play, man. For me, it doesn't matter if it's in the morning or night, if it was at 8 a.m. or if it's at 12 o'clock at night. I mean, I'm just happy to be able to play again football.
I guess just going back to last year, I mean, Coach Sweeney was saying it felt like you guys had to manufacture things to be able to score points now.
Yeah.
You're back to scoring 40 points per game. I mean, how much more confident do you feel like the entire offense is, or are you guys just having more fun out there?
Yeah, no, I think you're definitely having a lot of fun out there. I mean, you probably can see by the way we play. A lot of guys have a lot of energy out there, just having fun, man, playing with each other on offense. We just keep growing each and every game. There's a lot of room for improvement still, but we're doing a lot of great things on offense. And like you said, man, we're just out there just playing. We're not out there manufacturing points. We're just going out there and having fun. Definitely can put up a lot more points, and I feel like we definitely will as the season goes on, and we continue to keep getting better. So it's exciting, man, real exciting.
DJ, where do you think the room for improvement is?
I think, at least from this game, I know we got to be able to finish more in the red zone and touchdowns. That was a big thing. We finished with a couple field goals. Good thing we have a great kicker with BT. Makes all the field goals, but a lot of those times, we as an offense, I know everyone on offense, we want to score touchdowns. So I think that's one thing we can really work on is finishing in the red zone by just finishing with touchdowns to the field goals to get down there.
On Saturday, I mean, how big of a boost was that just in the second half when the defense kind of shut them down in the first drive and you guys got the football back immediately and were able to go down the field? I mean, how big of a boost was that just for you guys, confidence-wise?
Man, that was great. I mean, defense coming out there, it just sets the tone. By them getting a stop, gets us going. Like, man, defense got to stop. Like, hey, let's go put some points up. Let's go reward those guys. So that's kind of how it gets us going. And it's like they get a stop coming out the half, big stop, I think it was 3 and out. And it just kind of just ignites everyone in the stadium, also on the offense, just to be able to go out there and just score points.
Can you sense that defenses are playing you differently this year now that, the passing attack has become more successful than last year?
I guess a little bit, but I feel like each and every defense, I feel like they have their own scheme. Defense coordinators have their own scheme, so they play the defense. They play their defense to what their strengths are, especially on their team, personnel-wise. But I feel like, yeah, definitely a little bit more. But I feel like just each and every defense, they've done what they've shown on film. The defense coordinators have tendencies and stuff like that. They run their own defense, and they kind of do it to what their personnel is.
DJ, what do you remember about the BC defense the last 2 years? 2 years ago, for a half, they kind of had you guys on your heels a little bit, and then last year throughout, it was a tight game.
Yeah, no, I think the one biggest thing that I know about Boston College with their defense, especially their head coach, is that they're a super physical defense. I feel like the last 2 times I played them, they've been real physical, been guys that just been around the box, great football players. I feel like everyone on the defense is great, all physical, they can all run, they all make plays, and I feel like they all know what they're doing. They all a lot of veterans on this defensive group. I feel like that stands out on film.
As we were talking earlier with Coach Schrader, he was saying that Joe Spagano once suggested an over route, and that that the players can actually say, I see this or that. How often on the headsets or like during games are you telling Coach Schrader, I see this or I see that? Communication back and forth.
Yeah, no, I think it goes 100%. Coach Streeter, he's very open to, and that's one thing I love about Coach Streeter is, man, he listens to the players. And I think that's one thing that makes him a really great coach is that he listens to players, and players are also very well to listen to Coach Streeter. We have a lot of respect for Coach Streeter and the way he calls football games, because the way he calls football games is the exact same way he does it in practice. And he's a real vocal guy, and he's a guy that just gets everybody on offense going. But he does listen to players. So like when I come off the field, we're talking on a headset, and also Coach Streeter sees stuff, and I see stuff. We just communicate back and forth. Like, I saw this on this down. What do you think about this? Like, what did you see here? He's like, okay, that's what I saw. Same here. Like, talk about coverages. Like, what did you see? And then he asks, like, what did you see on this? Why'd you do that? And just different stuff, just conversation, just be able to know we're on the same page. And I feel like that's one big thing. Me and Coach Streeter, we've done a really good job on being on the same page. And just for me, just be able to understand what he wants in each and every play versus different downs and coverages. Like, hey, we got a 3rd and 6 right here. Maybe you don't take that one-on-one, maybe go the mesh route right here, just depending on like versus this coverage, like 30 double cloud. Hey, remember, third and long, probably gonna run this, get to the check down fast, just understanding. But he does a really good job of just getting guys wanting to play for him. I feel like everyone on offense has a great deal of respect for him, and everybody wants to go out there and just play for Coach Schrader.
What was the conversation on the headset like after you did the boot and you scored there? I think I saw on the TV you were laughing.
Yeah, no, Coach Sweeney, he called that one. He called that play. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't know if it was going to work 100%. We haven't run it yet. And I thought for sure they had someone standing out there waiting to kill me. But I guess my fake was good enough to get me in for a touchdown. But it was crazy, man. It was a great call by Coach Sweeney. Half the times he calls the plays, like whenever he calls a play, more than probably half, like 80%. They usually hit. It's something funny to laugh about because man, when he calls plays, they usually always hit.
How big is it to just have Davis and Jake a little bit more involved in the passing game this season and getting those guys involved and obviously opening up things for you guys?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great thing. We have great tight ends with Davis, with Jake, Sage, Luke. A lot of those guys do a lot of great things, and it's been good to see them get a lot of catches in the pass game, have a lot more plays for them. I feel like that's one thing we've done a really good job is utilizing the tight ends we have. Coach Streeter's done with that by just getting in different play calls for them, especially in the red zone. I mean, the big bodies, they go up there and grab the ball. I mean, it's hard to go one-on-one with those guys and just be able to box people out like it's basketball. So it's been great to see that.
It's y'all in Syracuse that are the lone unbeatens left in your side of the conference. Mm-hmm. Just describe to me how much better it feels to be in the driver's seat, controlling your own destiny, something you guys didn't have a season ago.
Yeah, 100 times better. I know Coach Sweeney talks about it all the time. He says that you want to be able to control your own destiny. And I feel like each and every game, he's always preached that to us, to just be able to control your destiny, that you take it one game at a time, you always can look at the finish line, but you don't want to get too focused on that. So you just want to take it one game at a time. But it is a lot nicer than last year. Be able to be undefeated 5-0 than rather than being what we were last year.
And Coach Schrader was talking about the throw you had to Shipley on the sideline. It was actually your 5th read, so
Sure.
all the way through your progressions. Like, how do you, compared to last year, I guess, grow your confidence in the pocket and just the ability to sit there and go through each read?
Man, I think the biggest thing, man, I think my offensive line, I'd give hats off to them. I had no sacks last game. I don't know how many times I've been sacked this year, but it hasn't been very many. Maybe I probably can count it all on one hand. And probably half of it has probably been my fault. But, I mean, offensive line has been playing amazing. I mean, I think on that play, I don't know how many seconds I had in the pocket, but I was just chilling back there, had all day long to throw the ball. And when you have an offensive line that's able to give you that time in the pocket, I feel like you have all the confidence in the world to be able to go through each and every read. You probably even go through it twice and re-look over everything. You just get to that 5th check down, be able to find plays like that with Shipley. I mean, it's everything. I mean, it gives the quarterback confidence, especially for me to be able to sit back there in that pocket and know that I'm not going to have any rush right here. I can go through my reads, be calm in the pocket, be stand still, and just go through everything.
Yeah, obviously, Jordan, like, you have a lot of trust in him because he's a veteran, but Blake, being over there on that right side, like, how much have you developed that confidence over the past few weeks?
Man, Blake, man, he's been playing each and every game gets better. And we've seen in fall camp just the way, how strong he is and how, for a freshman, how well he does, pass protection, run protection, how smart of an offensive lineman he is. I mean, he is a very big guy out there for being a true freshman, and he's just been killing it, man. I'm super proud of Blake and just the way he's been stepping up and answering to the challenge each and every week. Coach Lee's always been challenging him to get better each and every week, and he's done that. And he's done a really good job of just playing with confidence each and every play. He goes out there, he doesn't talk very much, especially off the field, but on the field, man, he's an animal out there. He's a dog.
Any questions for DJ from Zoom?
Hey DJ, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Just curious, so fan support has obviously skyrocketed for you in the last couple weeks, and you took criticism last season really well, but just wondering if it's much different for you walking around campus, going to class. We've been getting a lot more pats on the back this season.
For me, I mean, I guess going to class, I don't really have too many in-person classes anymore. I think I only have like one once a week. It just depends on if the professor has it, but I guess it definitely has been a little bit different. I guess because I'm playing a lot better. But for the most part, man, I just been trying to keep my head down, continue to keep focusing, keeping my circle small, just continue to get better each and every day.
Thanks, DJ.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else for DJ?
Is that on purpose? Do you just like online classes, or is it just
Well,
the way
I
it
mean,
works out?
I graduated in December, so I don't have that many classes left. I think I only have maybe 12 credits left. So, I mean, a lot of the classes are online right now, so a lot of my classes are online. I think I have like one in-person class, and it's usually Tuesday and Thursdays, but the last couple of weeks hasn't been in person. We've been working on a project and stuff like that, but for the most part, I don't really have too many in-person classes, so it is nice for me. I like online. I can just sit at the facility, watch film all day, and just chill.
I guess-
How many hours of film do you feel like is an adequate amount of hours for you to watch?
Shoot, I don't think there is enough. I feel like you always watch. I feel like each and every time you watch film, you can always see something new. And I feel like that's like for everybody. I feel like it's not like a certain amount of hours you have to watch to be comfortable. For everybody, it's different. I feel like, but for me, I feel like there's not enough time. I feel like you can just watch film forever and just continue to just keep learning and keep getting better.
On average, how many hours a week do you think you spend watching film?
I don't know. I mean, at least 24. At least 24 hours. Probably 24 when you span of what, Sunday to Saturday. Yeah, at least 24. Probably a little bit more than that. Just depends.
So there's no binge watching Game of Thrones or anything like that?
Nah, not really, not too much. I haven't really been able to watch TV that much. I know every time I go home, I'm like, dang, it's late. I don't really have too much. Did you watch YouTube? I like watching YouTube. I like watching like game highlights, like different colleges, like NFL games, like because you don't have a lot of time to watch like NFL games. So I just get like the highlights. I usually watch them like on the NFL, like on the YouTube channel. Yeah, just watch the NFL games.
Is there any particular team or player you're watching a lot on YouTube? Or?
I mean, I watch everybody. Like today, I watched Jaguars. Who the Jaguars play? The Jaguars.
The
Bills. I watched that game. I watched the Seahawks, Lions game. I know my brother's telling me, he said he has a fantasy team. He said the Jamal, what's the running back for the Lions now? Jamal Murray? Jamal Williams, yeah. He said he's a running back for the fantasy team. He said he killed it. So I want to watch how well he played. He did. He had a great game. He had 2 touchdowns. But just, I mean, I watch everybody. Try to just watch. I mean, I love watching football, so I just want to get caught up and see how the NFL is.
Is there a certain quarterback that you watch in the NFL you try to model your game after, anything like that?
I don't think there's anyone in particular, but I feel like I watch a lot of quarterbacks. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that are great, and I feel like there's a lot of them that do different things. I feel like that's one big thing in the NFL, man. There's a lot of quarterbacks that do different stuff. You have a lot of great quarterbacks on their own, and a lot of guys can throw the ball. Everyone in the NFL can throw the ball. Everybody can run now. So it's been cool just to be able to watch how their growth has been, and just seeing what they do differently each and every week, from like how they went from this game to this game, like how they got better, and just different stuff like that.
All right. Thank you, DJ.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, DJ.